Hello everybody, welcome back to your Monash Council Exercise at Home series. It's only going to be at home for a little bit longer. We are almost back on track to get our live classes to you, but in the last stages we will be bringing you a few of these virtual classes. My name is Andrew and today we are going to be doing a muscle conditioning class with our own bodies. Of course, when you're doing our workouts at home, we can do cardio stuff, we can run around, but it can be a bit challenging doing the weights-oriented resistance style training when we haven't got weights and things to throw around, which you may not have at home, or if you do, you may not have them readily available. So here, we're just going to do a sort of body pumpish inspired style class with no music and no weights. So the two most iconic things of body pump not with us, but we will hopefully feel great through our legs, through our butt, through our back, through our chest, get the whole body working in an exercise style. If any of the moves that we do feel weird or wrong or uncomfortable, move safely, particularly with, for example, with knees. If your knees hurt, then only move in the range where your knees feel great. And if you need to modify, adjust, or even omit certain exercises, please do so. So we'll start getting ourselves a little bit warm and also at the same time working our mighty legs and upper body. So start with your feet about slightly wider than shoulder height. If you're taller, maybe slightly wider still. And then turn your feet out comfortably so that as you move your butt back and down, your knees glide beautifully. And one great thing you can do to help with your posture is take your hands, your fingers to your opposite shoulder and lift your elbows as though you're balancing a tray on your arms, particularly as we move, because if this drops forward, it means that you're losing the integrity through your back. So staying upright, your eyes looking down about 3 meters in front of you, and your elbows in line with your shoulders usually is a great sign for the alignment of your back and your lower and upper back areas. So sliding back down and then rising back up, and taking a moment to adjust your feet if that first one didn't feel beautiful. Like you're sitting on a chair behind you. So instead of keeping your butt upright and bringing your knees forwards, allow your butt to seek the chair back there and then come up tall. So sitting back and rising up. And when you come to the top, making sure you don't hyperextend the knees, but keep the knees slightly bent. And if you're an extremely flexible person who can hyperextend your knees, definitely avoid that. You'll find just keeping the knees slightly bent at the top is conditioning the leg muscles to support your knee joint as you stand and walk through life. So the depth that you drop to will be unique to you. It'll depend on how flexible you are through your ankles and through your hips, and also how comfortable you are moving with your own body weight as a resistance. The great thing about all exercise is the more challenging it is to do, the greater the benefit you're getting from doing it. So rising and falling like this, extremely functional because we do sit in chairs and get out of chairs. We do sit in cars and then get out of cars. We do need in life to go from down there to up here. So the ability to do that is a good thing to train, and the muscles you're working, butt, thighs, calves, all the big players, and hamstrings as well, all the big players below the waist, the biggest calorie guzzlers of your body, muscle-wise, and also the things that move you through space. Now, we're going to come down slowly, 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 and then rise up slowly. And next time we're going to have even more fun. Come down to the bottom, and then when you're at the bottom, hold. Stay right here and count 5, 4, 3, 2, proud through the chest, 1, and then slowly savor the rise back up to the top. Come down again, slow, 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 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1, and rise. Third time's the charm. After this, we'll move on and do something else with our body. Down we go. Holding at the bottom. 12, 11, and every time you breathe out, drop a little bit more. 9, 8, 7, rolling the shoulders back as much as you can, shining high beam through the chest. 5, 4, 3, a little deeper. 2, 1, and then slow on the rise. Okay, let's get into some upper body work now. We're going to come to one of the universal exercises of joy and happiness, push-ups. The great thing with push-ups is you can do them because there are many, many ways to do them. You think, oh, I can't do push-ups. Then start with your knees directly below your hips and keep your hips as a hinge in space and just drop the upper body. And if you're doing this version, your hands will need to come back a little bit because your body is going to be like a hand on a clock, and it'll come down almost like you're on a prayer mat and rise up with your butt keeping its same position in the air up there. This is a level 1 push-up, and you'll notice just by doing this, you'll feel your chest work and the back of your arms. Level 2, if you feel up to it, is to bring your knees back a little bit, bring your body forward a little bit, and then try to keep a straight line from your knees through your torso to your shoulders, making sure your hands are nice and wide. If you've got a mat, hands outside the mat. If your hands are in and you buckle out to the side, a bit less stable, good wide grip in line with your bra and your chest, not your throat or your eyes. So as we drop down, bring your head forwards, let your hands come down in line with your bra, and then rise back to the top. So a straight line from knees to top, or of course, toe version. It's only changes in difficulty. All the principles are the same. So let your little belly button lift into your lower back. Keep a slight wheeze on your butt and feel your shoulders roll back, keeping your neck long. And as you press around your chest area. Heels of palms across heart. So now you've set yourself up. We're going to do 12 in a row. 12. 11, and if you're feeling great, you can go a double time. 10, treat it as a countdown or treat it as a counter push-ups. 9, your goal is to be wholesomely exhausted when I say 0. Not then. 7, 6, 5, good to challenge yourself. 4, if you reckon you can go for a harder option for the last few. 3, you can take a foot off the floor if you want to. 2, maybe not 2 feet off the floor. 1, and that magic number, 0. Ugh. Down we go. Now, back is a bit tricky when you haven't actually got anything over in body weight. So we're going to use a long lever and work on some postural parts of our back. We'll lie on our chest here, squeeze your legs together, keep your feet on the floor, and then bring your arms back behind you, and then roll your shoulders back and lift your chest. So a bit like a surfer on a surfing board, getting ready to splash themselves forward. Lift your chest so you can look forwardish a little bit, not too much jamming through the neck. Maybe get your eyes to the top edge of your mat, and then pull back through the fingers and squeeze the shoulder blades together and feel the power of your back muscles. Now I'm going to use our arms as a count and a challenge. Bring your arms out a little bit and then come back. As you come back, surge up. Energy through an open chest and a squeezing through your upper back. And then bring your arms forward again and come back. And this time, go forward as far as is relevant and challenging for your body. Maybe all the way through like a Superman, maybe YMCA, maybe aeroplane, maybe fighter plane, maybe skydiver. You can have any position, keeping the chest up and the shoulders together. Let's go for 12. 12. and back. 11, and each time your arms come back, surge up through your chest. Build the power, like it is quite strong. Breathe as you need to. Whoa, and keeping the feet on the floor to protect the integrity of your lower back. Heart rising to the challenge. Shoulders go out to 7. Let's say 7, that's a nice lucky number. 6. 5, oh my goodness, I need this. 4, 3, 2 more, and then last one, hold it where you place it, hold, and then let it go. Oh my word, wow, good, glad we did that. Now rise up onto our feet. We'll get some work into the lower body again. Another great functional movement. We're going to set ourselves into a lunge. So start in the static lunge position. Nice stride backwards. You want to feel like you can drop through your hips and keep this knee behind the toes, sinking like a lodestone through the rear knee with your chest up and your body a bit like a horse on a merry-go-round. Pole through the top of the head, tunneling through the body, out of the hip, and you rise and fall. You can keep your arms by your sides with your shoulders back. You can put your arms out to the side for a bit of balance. You can even reach your arms overhead to challenge the postural abilities of your upper body. I feel like I really need that, so I don't have my arms overhead, but you can put your arms where you choose. Doesn't matter which leg you have forward, we will switch to the other one in time. So fingers in favourite place, dropping down, and as you drive to the top, really feel a squeeze through your front butt, launch you out. Try and use as much of your front leg as possible. Your back leg is just really a rudder to hold you in place. 11, 10, 9, proud and open through the chest, seeing the horizon rather than the floorboards. If you're tipping forward, maybe a bit of pressure on the back. If you're looking horizontal, that's a great sign. Call that 5, 4, 3, 2, and then hold the last one at the bottom, just because you don't want to. And let the static strength of that lead leg keep you in place. Stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rise up. We'll put the other leg forward this time. I'll face you to be a bit more social. So as you're coming forward, and as you're sort of standing, you can see with this angle, try to have a sort of tram track feeling to the distance of your legs apart, rather than tightrope walker or being splayed too far apart. Keeping the hips as level as we can. I'm going to reach overhead because I think my postural muscles really need it. And then 12, 11, 10, front leg drive, front wheel drive. A little bit of butt here, giving you power there. 6, 5, if I'm miscounting, you can't, and you're screaming at me, 4, it doesn't matter because I can't hear you. 2, unless you can time and space travel. 1, oh, that's what we've got to hold at the bottom, don't we? Holding here, hold, 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 hold and smile, hold and feel your own strength. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Gold. Okay, another round, chest back. We'll come to the floor again. This time we'll emphasize more of the back of the arm. We'll do narrow tricep style push-ups rather than the wide chest style push-ups. So still the same control through the belly, still knees or toes on the floor, but you'll find this narrow position is a stronger position, as in you will feel more challenged. So you might not be as effective here as you were out there. Great emphasis on the back of the arm, less on the chest. So come down here, hands shoulder width apart, And you really want to bring your chest forward. And as you come down, elbows brushing body close in. So we don't want to have elbows going like chicken wings out to the side. We want the elbows to come back and narrow. So you're a narrow gauge engine, close, close, close. Knees or toes, knees either directly under hips, prayer mat style. Prayer mat style really feels like a prayer mat here. You drop your elbows back to your knees and rise up tall, or you surge your chest forward, or you do the same thing on your toes. 12. Start and get ready. 12. 11. Now you be tight partly because you've already done a round of push-ups, but also partly because this is a stronger position to work with, but very, very effective for the back of your arms. So well worth it. The pushing power of your body being built. We're halfway there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for a little bit. Hold. And then kick to the top and take a little stretch back. And the great thing with the muscle conditioning is when you work and then stretch those work muscles straight afterwards, the stretch feels magnificent. Okay, another back exercise. So do back with some balance. So what we're going to do is we're going to be a bit like those 80s birds that drink the water. We're going to tip our chest forward and then lift one leg behind us. Sitting down like this, maybe going to horizontal if that feels too challenging. Coming back to here. And we'll take our arms as a nice long lever in front of us and hold here, and then just by lifting through the thumbs and stretching through the foot. Here we 10, 9, 8, hold here, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll notice you feel it through the leg too. A bit more of the wonderful butt working with you and for you. So other side, same idea, foot down, tipping forward and back, stretching fingers in front, stretching leg out behind you, lifting through the thumbs and aspiring through the fingertips. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, whoa, I'm falling over, 2, 1, mind you didn't see me, if you were looking down, you have to take my word for that, all done. Okay, we'll go back to the first side now, and we did it statically. Now we'll move in and out of it. So first foot to the floor, you can have your arms straight overhead, you have your arms out to your side, arms beside you, and then tipping and reaching, and returning and standing tall. Tipping and reaching, and standing tall. We'll do 6 more. 6. You'll really feel it strongly through the glutes, and also by keeping your posture as best you can under control through your entire middle and upper back. 4, 3, I'm probably absolutely atrocious at being accurate in counting. 2, as aerobics instructors, you're so tempted to squeeze in a few more reps that I'm doing it without even knowing that I'm doing it, but I suspect that I am. So if I am, do the extra ones and enjoy the extra benefits coming from it. Foot down, moving, stretching out. This is the other side now. Noticing how it is so enlivening for your balance as well. Just trying to stay upright doing this is neural gold. Let's pick a random number to go from here. How about 6 more? 6, 5, my head's chopped off. Let's go back a bit. 4, maybe you're wishing my head was chopped off. 3. Whoa, I keep rolling to the side of my foot there. What an interesting, consistent balance problem. 2. And then 1. Look up in the sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Super You. Hold, 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 hold. And then fold. Good stuff. All right. So what can we do now? Let's do something chesty and shoulder based now. We're going to steal a little bit from yoga. Not too yoga-ish, just yoga-ish enough. We'll come down to the floor and we'll set ourselves up. Now you can do this on your knees if you wish actually, but you will, if you're staying from your knees, kick up to your toes. So we'll do the first round from our knees, because this one here will really challenge the shoulders, because you're going to effectively be pressing overhead by doing a downward facing dog shape. So place your hands under your shoulders, come on your knees, be a bit like a tabletop, and then kick up into a downward dog. So push your butt up and back, push your eyes towards your toes, and stretch your back long and let your heels melt a little bit. So a bit of flexibility, roll into this, and then bring your body forward, chest over hands, either balancing still on your toes or sneaking down to your knees, whichever feels right for this moment. Now breathe in, and then as we breathe out, push your back up to the sky. Full exhale, push the butt up, and then breathe in and come forward. Breathe out, push the butt back. Breathe in, come forward. Breathe out, push the butt back. We're going to steal a bit more from yoga now. Breathe in and come forwards. And now this time, as you breathe out, come down towards the floor. And then breathe in and come forward and lift up into wherever your back feels okay. Push back, breathe out. Breathe in, surge forward into a plank. Breathe out, deflate down towards the floor. Then breathe in and surge through and rise. Back behind. Breathe out, heels pressing back as much as you can. Forward, long neck, high butt, oh, not too high, supported butt, coming down, and then surge through with some breath. And then lucky last, back we go, and then come forward and float down towards the floor. Okay, from here, take your fingertips alight, roll your shoulders back, come up to a position where you feel like your back can start to take over from your fingertips. Then hold yourself here, let your arms come out to the side like an aeroplane, and then bank towards one side, bank towards the other side, rolling majestically across your own imaginary sky. Coming down so the hand is almost near the floor, but doesn't quite touch. Almost near the floor, doesn't quite touch. And then come to the middle and lift both hands away. Be like a dragon rearing up, ready to take a mighty breath of fire. Forwards in front of you, rolling the shoulders back. And then bring your head onto your hands. And now lightly flutter kick your legs, keeping your knees straight, trying to let your thighs leave the floor. Feeling the legs be as light and as playful as possible, and extending out through your toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let it go. We'll just do a little bit of side stabilization work, and then we'll be pretty much done. Your whole body weight, workout experience, nearly done and dusted. So from here, think about air underneath there. When you're in this position here, lifting through the ribs, you can actually poke underneath your rib cage and you'll find that all those ab muscles are switched on. If however you go, and you flop down, there's a shoulder feeling a bit wonky, but have a poke where there was formerly steel, and now there's mush. Steel, mush, just by placing yourself there. So even if you do this work on your hips, with your hips on the floor you can, you might want to balance on your knees or your feet, But any way that you are braced, as long as you're lifting the rib cage, you're working the muscles of the moment, your side abdominals. So, lifting through the heart, rise onto your knees, maybe rise onto split feet, maybe rise onto stacked feet. I like to reach the top hand straight overhead just to help align and stack the shoulders, because you want this shoulder directly above your grounded elbow to feel like it's being stabilized in the joint just by being here. And now let your hip come down towards the floor and then rise up a little bit. Down towards, rise up a little bit, and then almost imagine doing a Zumba hip wiggle. So wiggle, 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 like your hip bumping the sky. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring your arm down and turn your body and hold in a front plank for a moment, just like this, lifting through the collarbone like a mother cat picking up her kitten, and then turn to the other side. I'm going to do a bit of special effects. Without special effects, and turn to the other side like this, so I can see you and you can see me. Well, you can't see me, you're facing the other way. You can turn around if you want to and face me on this side, or you can stay where you are and listen to my voice, and then hip bump the ceiling. Hip bump, do a few slow to get a feeling for it, and then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, hip hip hooray, 1, done, and then down we fall. Okay, onto our backs. Just going to take advantage of our cross-crawling reflex to do a bit through the front of the abdominals. So hands nicely by temples, elbows spread wide. You can either have your feet on the floor or your feet up in a tabletop position, and then as you turn the shoulder and come across, let the knee come back in the other way and the other leg kick out. So turn, actually I should turn this way, turn, there we are. So you're turning through the chest, knee in, pointed toe, turn, turn, turn. To make a bit of fun without music, we'll do 3 and hold. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 and hold. 1, 2, 3 and hold. Pow, pow, admire the view. Back the other way, admire the other side. If it's too difficult or too weird or too challenging to keep the feet straight, you can keep both knees bent and tap toe to the floor, tap toe to the floor. Or you can keep the feet out of it entirely and just go with the upper body with your feet braced to the ground. So whatever we're doing, we'll do 2 more each side. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, one the other side. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. We've got a couple more each side. Boom, really turn your chest. Let your body get the swivel and pull your elbows out of the way so you get the whole panorama. Last, done. Okay, feet to the floor, plant your heels, squeeze and lift the butt, and if you want to, clasp your hands underneath, behind you, and let your chest rise so much that it almost pushes into your chin. And now from here, butt squeeze is the key. The keystone to make your hips feel light. If you want to, you can lift one heel off the floor, let the heel drop, other heel off the floor, let it drop. Keep going one side after the other, or go 2 at once and drop, 2 at once and drop. And every time you breathe out, raise your hips 1 more millimeter on a stronger butt squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, almost there. 3, 2, 1, and then roll your spine down, link by link, like a fine silver chain, from the middle of the top of the neck, right down into the lower back. And now, put your heels together, let your knees drop wide, reach your arms overhead, let your elbows fall down behind you, And just feel the gentle stretch of your upper chest, just through the weight of your arms, and a warmth through the hip and pelvis area as your knees drop out to each side. Calming your breath down. From here, a gentle stretch, and we are done. So, one leg long, one leg in. This will be a nice groin stretch. So feel free to bring your head back and let your knee aspire to your shoulder. So instead of crunching up towards your knee, lie back and let the knee come towards you, gently pulling the shin downwards and backwards slightly on that angle. And now to change the angle, draw the knee across towards the opposite shoulder. So towards the shoulder on the other side of your body, just to feel a little bit through the outside of the hip as well. You can even take your arm out to the side to help stabilize. Other side, knee in, and then really getting the knee down towards your shoulder, letting the stretch come through the groin area, the hip area in your body, and a gentle, persistent weight through your hands, creating a gentle, persistent change through your legs. Then rolling out to the side. Creating a bit of outer hip stretch as well. And then from here, we're in such an ideal position for it. We'll do a hamstring stretch, kick your heel up towards the sky. My leg doesn't straighten because I need more hamstring flexibility. And then gently draw the knee towards your shoulder, but not forcing anything. Just the experience of the stretch in the back of the leg is what we aspire to. And as we breathe out, spread your shoulder blades underneath your chest and back. Pull your toes down towards your nose, either by grabbing the toes or just by pulling the toes down, flexing the foot, and that'll bring some calf quality into the stretch feeling. Down we go, other side, kick and rise, roll back and fall. So just breath. Breath is a wonderful friend when it comes to stretching. As you breathe out, you'll find the muscles will gratefully yield to you. You'll feel a little bit more flexible every exhale you take, no matter where you are in the journey. Toe or just toe in your mind's eye with a flexed foot for some calf quality stretch. Then back we come, rolling up. Take one leg in front of you. Let your hip fall forwards, let your chest rise up, and keeping that hip thrust forwards, revolve and draw your back shoulder up and away. So you're twisting tall while your hips fall and drop forward to combine this hip flexor stretch with the twisting mobilization of your upper back. Every exhale, become a bit prouder through the heart. And then other foot forward. I'll change sides, so I twist towards you. Here, here, and here. Oh, this feels so good. It's a good whole body stretch. This rotational ability for upper back, something that we really need for stable, safe lower back. And also, hip flexors get so tight for those of us in our wonderful, privileged Western little existence who get to sit all the time. We sit, we chronically shorten these muscles, and a bit of a stretch here does wonders. You can feel how healthy it is just by doing it. Good, good, good. Okay, come up to your feet. Get some thigh stretches in on the action. Bit of balance too. Holding the heel into the butt, lifting through the chest, drawing the heel up behind you. If you can, the knees snug together, but get the standing knee if you can behind, the bent knee behind the standing knee. So you're getting the stretch through the hip area as well as along the thigh. One of those thigh muscles does cross the hip, so you can stretch it in both joints by pushing the hip forward a little bit as you draw the heel back. Then other side, grab and hold it, grab and hold. You can touch your own nose, touch your own belly button, touch somebody else's nose. If there's somebody else sitting here watching you exercise, maybe to a child, touch your child's nose. That'll get their attention. And just by doing that, by taking your focus out of the attempt to stand up, standing up becomes easier. There we go. And then last of all, open up through your chest, draw back through your thumbs, give yourself a big radiant smile, and breathe in, let it out, breathe in, let it out, third time the charm, and you are done, done, done. Well done. So short, sharp muscle conditioning with your own body weight. Hopefully you feel better able to search through the world, and see you back in the gym for regular classes very, very soon.